Hey guys, and welcome to Teeya Tuesdays. I know it's been a while. Well, not really. It's only been like 2 weeks, but it seems like a minute. I'm going to do it, the show every week. I know it was like a cliffhanger for the last video that you all saw as far as news, and I will get into that. I do want to start by saying thank you. I always have to start by saying thank you because people don't have to support you. They don't have to encourage you. They don't have to comment. They don't have to share your material. They don't have to listen to it. Some people feel like they're obligated to because they know you, so they want to do it for the sake of saying, "Oh, I supported you. I watched." But there's some people who are just active and avid supporters. I could go on their page and they're sharing it, and they didn't even tag me in it, so I wouldn't have. I'm getting tongue twisted. I wouldn't have known that they were sharing it had I not went to their page. And those are the things that really touch my heart because it lets me know that they genuinely support me and believe in what I want to do. So just a reminder too, Teeya Tuesdays, it's only 8 episodes. Since last week I was unable to upload, this will be episode 7, so there'll be one more, which I'm so excited for the last episode. Not in a negative way, but just the message and the music. I could have had the music today, but I really wanted to take my time with this song because it means a lot to me, and I know when certain people hear it, it's gonna mean a lot to them, especially if you knew that was you. So I just didn't want to rush it. I wanted to take my time with it and do everything I wanted to do in the song, which is why I don't have it today. But please be looking forward to that. The last episode will be next week, and again, I'm taking some time off just to clear my head and to have some time to film. I've learned a lot from doing it. This is my first official show, and I did all the recording and scripts and lessons and music. I did it all, that week. I didn't pre-record anything, so everything was like, in a week, along with work and other performances and things like that. And sometimes it gets really, really hectic, especially with the editing. So I'm just taking some time off so I can accurately prepare this time, which is totally fine. I learned, what I need to do. Breathe, the song from my last video, that song is amazing, and I can say that because I just feel like that song was specifically given to me by God. Like, I don't even feel like it's my song. I just feel like He wanted me to sing it. It's such a soothing, peaceful, re-energizing song, and it's basically just talking about how if it's something that you want to do, you just gotta, sometimes we get so much anxiety, you feel like we can't breathe, you feel like it's too much, you just gotta take a step back, inhale, exhale, and just let go for whatever situation that could apply to. But the song is amazing. If you haven't had a chance to hear it, if you've only been listening to it on YouTube by watching the same episode over and over again, you don't have to. If you want to, it's totally fine, but the song is on my SoundCloud. You can go to www.soundcloud.com, and my name on there is The Teeya Skipper, the same as YouTube, and you can listen to as much as you want. I was amazed at how many plays I have on there, and in 3 days I was already at 500 plays on this song, and I was just amazed. So yeah, it's up for your free listening. So the big news, I guess, or what I was wanting to talk to you all about last week, but I kind of left you on the edge. I've been approached by a couple people actually to move my show to internet radio. So a couple people, they see an audience for me as I've always seen it, but a couple people see how different it is, and they want to bring it to internet radio. They feel like there's a market for it, and as I said, a couple people brought this to me, so I'm really just waiting on some details from some people and just a decision for me to make. I've also been approached with getting my music on the radio, which is a great thing, you know what I mean? But of course there are decisions that I have to make in regards to that. So even with the internet radio, there are just some things you can't get just listening to, and some people want a visual aid, especially when I do my short films on my show. You want to see it. So and that's a natural part of my show anyway. Sometimes you don't see the short films because my workload for that week is just too heavy to record, or I'm actually recording for something else. If you haven't seen on Facebook, my friend, she just received her master's degree. She needed to film a video, so she used me, and she did a music video for one of my songs, Promise, which you can look up as well on YouTube or my Facebook page. So I don't know, so it's an internet thing, but I think it's a cool idea as well. If you're on your way to work, you don't got time to be, looking up YouTube or looking at your phone, and you just want to hear something, I think that's amazing. Especially with my music playing on the radio. I love that. Of course, we just have to work out the legal matters, but that's something, that was the big news I wanted to tell you all about, just to let you know that people are listening and a buzz has been created, that this is not just something I'm doing, this is what I love to do, and I'm doing it because I want to create a market for those who don't feel like they have a place that they belong, who feel overlooked, who feel invisible, and I'm your voice saying that we are here, and that is hard, you know what I mean, because I still want to pretend to be invisible, and sometimes I still want to hide, and I still want to be afraid, but there's something in me that it doesn't allow me to stay there. So I want to get into, I didn't really have a topic for this week, but I did have some points that I wanted to hit on. And normally my topics really come from what I've experienced in a week or what's really been on my mind heavy. And the first thing is our gifts heal us, and they're not just for other people, they're for us. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people leave me comments about Teeya Tuesdays, even text messages, and they touch my heart, and I'm so baffled at how many people are touched by it. And here I am thinking I'm just sharing what I love to do, or just talking about how things open up to me. But Teeya Tuesdays has helped me, if not more than my viewers or my subscribers. And the music that has come from the lessons, I listen and I cry to my own music, you know what I mean, as if I'm listening to somebody else. I can hear the hurt in some of the songs, and I can hear the determination in some of the songs, and I can hear the just being fed up, like coach instead of play. When I wrote that in one night, and it was easy to write it because that's how I felt, and I was just tired of sitting on a bench and watching life happen. I was just tired of being afraid and letting that win all the time. So for those of you, and it doesn't matter what you do, it could be singing, it could be dancing, it could be art, it could be creating, it could be speaking. A lot of people, you also have the gift of interpretation, you also have the gift of encouragement, and that is a gift. People come to you for insight on what to do, or when they're having a bad day and they want to talk to you about something, instantly you know what to say, instantly you know where to go inside, to tell them what they need to hear. A lot of you all have that gift as well, and a lot of times we have the misconception that we're supposed to wait for an occasion to happen or wait for a situation to happen to use those gifts, but that's not true. We're to provide the service and let it be known that this service is here, and you'd be amazed at how many people come unto you, because encouraging, we need that. Sometimes we need a reminder. Sometimes we don't have the ability to really see ourselves as the jewels and treasures that we are, and we need someone who's able to see and interpret to remind us of who we are. And in return, and I know you've experienced it, when you could be having a terrible day and you run into someone who needs encouragement and you speak into their life, and after that you just feel good, you feel rejuvenated, and that's your gift healing itself. That's your gift healing you. You know what I mean? And a lot of our unhappiness comes from not operating. It doesn't come from other people or what people did to us, and those are valid reasons and excuses. But truth be told, our healing comes from obedience. And what are you supposed to be obedient in? Obedient in your gift. So whatever it is that you do, even if you dance, and it doesn't have to be on a grand scheme. It doesn't have to be for an artist. It doesn't have to be for anyone. Like, even if you want to record, if you want to hear your own music, your own thoughts, your own poetry back to yourself, record it. It doesn't have to be because you're coming out with an EP or anything. Why can't it just be for your listening? You listen to other stuff. Sometimes you need to hear yourself. And I know that's true for me. God gives you all of these things to say and nuggets of wisdom, and when you're giving it to someone else, sometimes we're not listening. Sometimes we just think that we're the deliverer, and we're not listening to those things that God is using us to say. They apply to us as well. The next thing is, sometimes when you're not replenishing yourself on the regular, you shut down. And I'm saying that because that's what happens to me. When I have the energy, I go, 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 go. Speak and sing and do things that I love to do effortlessly and relentlessly. But when you don't re-up every day on that energy, it takes a toll on you. And this is something that has always happened to me, but I never really paid attention to. And now I'm at a point where I have to pay attention to it because I'm stepping into my career. And I can't step into my career and then say, okay, I need a week off because I can't take this. When the demand becomes greater, I will have to provide. You know what I mean? I have to answer the demand and supply it. So what does that mean? That means that I have to learn how to keep myself up and energized and replenished every day so that I can go long periods of time without needing a break or to retreat. And what has happened is because I thought that the energy I had was going to sustain me, or the energy I have or joy I have was going to get me through the month, I didn't replenish it every day because I still felt happy. But slowly but surely, it was being drained. It was being used, as it should be, And I get to this state at the end where it's like, okay, I don't want to be around anybody. I don't want to go nowhere. I don't want to sing. And then at that point, all the things that I love to do, I don't want to do. I don't want to speak. I don't want to sing. I don't want to be around people. I don't want to go to work. I just want to be to myself. And it's not being rude or mean. I just need that peace. I just need that time to regather, to sort my thoughts. When you're on the move thinking and making decisions, and it seems like good, I'm getting things done, but sometimes you need to have time to sit down and sort your thoughts. You need to sit down and ask yourself, is this really what I want for my life? Am I happy with my life? Am I going in the right direction? Why am I doing this? You have to sit down and ask yourself those crucial questions, and sometimes you can't ask yourself those questions on the go. You got people in your ear, you got things to do. And for me, when I make decisions like that, I want to make sure that they're sound decisions. So I take the time, but what happens is it hurts other people when you don't re-energize your energy every day, and then you go into this spell where you just lock everybody out and you just completely shut down and shut everyone out. It starts to hurt other people. And even though it isn't personal, it comes off as personal because people can't reach you, and they want to talk to you, they want you, they want their friend, whoever you are, to them. They want that, and you're nowhere to be reached. And so that's something I'm being vulnerable about to you all, and that's something that I do have to work on. But at the same time, you do need your time. And if you're that person who's just going and going and going, and you're always around people, and you have to have you time. You have to gather your peace and your thoughts. You have to gather your strength back. It's impossible to live this life on purpose, relentlessly, without needing a water break. You know what I mean? Without needing to change your tires. Like, you really need that. And the last thing, I kind of tied it into the second one, was how do you feel about your life? You know what I mean? I'm in a place where I am grateful for some things that are starting to begin, but ultimately, I'm not satisfied at all. I'm not happy with a lot of things, and it's not really monetarily. You know what I'm saying? It's not really materialistic. It's just knowing that there's greater for you, just knowing that there's something you want to present to the world, but not knowing how to quite articulate that. That's frustrating. Knowing that you're an inventor of some sort. It doesn't have to be something tangible. It can be of an idea, but not knowing how to get there. Those are the most frustrating thoughts to have. And sometimes it just makes you want to say, I'm not going to do anything because I can't figure it out. And you just get tired of looking at the world, or looking at your surroundings and seeing people step into their places, or places that have been created for them, and you still find yourself out of the box. You still find yourself standing in line. And for those of us who are like that, that means that you have to create your own way. But again, it's frustrating because you're like, well, how do I create my own way? Which way do I go? What do I choose first? There's many things I would love to do. And you have to make those decisions. And the reason why we stay there is because we don't want to make the wrong decision. And we're afraid that we will. We don't trust our own voice. We don't trust that we know. And I know that because for me, I've tarried in between decisions for a while. And it's just like, how do I know this is the right way? How do I know this is the right thing? And the truth is, you'll never know. You'll never know. Either way you choose will turn into the right way because God will never leave you. Especially if it's in right standing with Him. Someone had to tell me one day, a man's steps are ordered by the Lord. She said, Teeya, no matter what you decide, He'll order your steps. Just decide. And I was just like, well, I just don't know. And she's like, it don't matter. She said, whatever you choose, He'll be right there. And that was such a soothing word of encouragement to me. And it tamed so many wild thoughts in my mind of what if this doesn't work and what if I'm wrong. It's not even about being wrong. It's about the fact that God is omnipresent and He's with you and in you. And no matter what you do, He'll be there. No matter what you do, He'll support you. And I'm talking of good. I'm not talking about evil. But no matter what, He's a Father, and He'll be there rooting for you in the stands when you come out. So I hope this was encouraging to you all. I know it's a little laid back. That's just the spirit I'm in. I'm really not commercial. For some people, they may not like that, but Teeya Tuesdays is really about Teeya. You know what I mean? And everything that I am. Some days I'm like, whoa, I'm on 10,000. I'm so excited, and some days I'm just relaxed. And that's life. Life is seasonal. You're not always in one mood. And I'm comfortable with showing that. I hope you don't take it though in a negative way or as a way to be down. But just this right now, the mood that I'm giving off is really just a mood of thought. I'm just in deep thought right now. And if you're watching and there's some decisions that you haven't made, or you're not happy with your life, or you don't know what your gift is so that you can heal yourself, I would encourage you to take on the thought process. What am I doing? What am I gonna do? What's really good? You know what I'm saying? What move am I gonna make next? So I love you guys as always. I love to do this. You're the reason why I do it. Even on those days where I just feel like I don't have anything to say. Even on those days where I feel like how can I encourage someone else, Lord, when I don't have nothing left? I think about, I still get texts from people on those days. I still think about people who needed to hear it, and it gives me the strength. Again, your gift heals you. So be encouraged, you guys. I'm so excited for next week for you to hear this song. I know it's an anthem already to me, even if it isn't to anyone else, but it's called Invisible. So there's the leak. It's called Invisible, and I'm so excited for you to hear it. I know for some of you, it's going to be what you wake up to, what you go to sleep to, because it was and is your life. So I won't prolong it, you guys. I love you. Hope to see you next week on Teeya Tuesdays. Be blessed. Bye. Seems the more that